I have a question for everyone here. What do you think will happen if we type into the YouTube search bar the search term BadEmpanada circumcision? It could be anything, right? You never know. What exactly might there be? BadEmpanada circumcision. Let's find out. Let's do it together. Okay, the first video is cut or uncut male. Okay, that's Dr. Yoon. That's not okay. Wait, the video, it's not, okay. BadEmpanada supports circumcision. What the F? Okay, we're getting close. That is one, but it's not the one that I was after. It's just not going to show up. Oh, here it is. Here's the one that I was looking for. How is this possibly so far down in the search results? Like, there's so much shit that is not about circumcision, and there's some that's not about me. And then the actual video that I was looking for that is specifically about BadEmpanada and circumcision is right here. Debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. Debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. Debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. What a great title. Debate challenge on circumcision. Like the angry emoji. Disgusting and unacceptable. Let's check this out. From the channel A Shield for Men. I have angered the men rights activists. I didn't even know those still existed, honestly. I thought they had just become Republicans. Let's find out what he's got to say.
Hello and welcome. So here I'm gonna challenge BadEmpanada to a debate on circumcision.
What? This has a lot of views. This has a lot of views for what it is. It's so funny.
Right, because he recently posted on X, or formerly called Twitter, this disgusting, vile thing here. Circumcision is based.
Well, for one, that's not my account. I don't have a Twitter account. I haven't had a Twitter account since around June-ish or July. I don't remember which. But, I mean, I do think, yeah, that's a fine thing to tweet in response to someone who said, apparently, when are you going to call out circumcision? It's just trying to imply that circumcision is the same as Zionism. I think making fun of someone like that is totally okay. I don't think that circumcision is such an incredibly important issue to compare it to Zionism and be like, when are you going to call out circumcision? Call out circumcision now. This is the issue of our time. Like, circumcision is like, is it wrong? I mean, yeah, but it's like a fairly minor thing. Like, you can live being circumcised and live a completely normal life. You can still fuck. You can pee in the toilet. It's not like this incredible debilitation that ruins your life. And I think that the people who focus really seriously on circumcision do it because they are desperate incels, desperately trying to find some way in which men are oppressed. And they hone on circumcision without really addressing the fact that circumcision is not like something that women impose upon men. It's something that men impose upon men. It's something that patriarchy imposes upon babies, not men, babies, you know? Think about who gets circumcised. Like religious Muslims, religious Jews, I think Protestants as well, or is it just an American thing? I don't know, honestly. But it's like a religious thing, like very patriarchal religions, imposing it on male babies. So whatever way you look at this, is it a men's rights issue? I mean, sure, but it's men who are doing it to you. And apart from that, it's just not that serious. Like, yeah, it is fucking weird. It is something that should not happen. But it's also just, it's not that bad. It really does not cause you that much trouble, that much problems. Like they like to compare it, for example, to like female genital mutilation, which is not the same thing. Female genital mutilation is literally removing a woman's capacity to feel like any sort of stimulation from sex at all. That's not the same thing. But let us continue and see what our friend here has to say in the debate challenge on circumcision. Anyone who is focused on circumcision, who takes it incredibly seriously and talks about it all the time, compares it to fucking Zionism, is just a incel weirdo looking for some reason to hate women and frame men as oppressed. That's all there is to it. It's simply not that big of a deal.
Okay, according to BadEmpanada. This is what he clearly posted here on Twitter. So yeah, let's actually debate on that, BadEmpanada. Let's actually do that.
We're doing it right now.
Okay, and even if you want to say that, oh, this is just a joke from him or whatever it is, or this is like context dependent or whatever, I don't care about that shit. I care about the statement that he made here itself, okay?
Okay.
because this is a vile, disgusting thing to say.
It's a
This
really
is like
funny thing to say.
openly approving child abuse. This is like openly promoting child abuse, basically, which is like very ironic coming from someone who
Is this where he's going to compare circumcision to Israel bombing babies? I think it's coming.
cares so much about children, or who sort of pretends to care about children, right? Like BadEmpanada, right?
Oh my God, it's coming.
He cares. He pretends that he is concerned about children. Meanwhile, he posts stuff like this. Circumcision is based, quote unquote. Okay, let's see about that. Like, seriously, let's...
So it's very clear. He didn't directly mention it, but what he was doing there is comparing me denouncing Israel for massacring Palestinian children constantly with circumcision, like the same fucking thing.
Let's actually have a debate on this, BadEmpanada.
Let's have a debate on circumcision.
Let's
have a debate on the ethics of circumcision.
Mutilation.
Male genital mutilation. There's the comparison. I predicted this shit without even watching it. They always compare it. Like, how do I even know they compare these things? I don't even know how I know that. I don't remember seeing it anywhere. I just know that they do it. So I predicted it. Like, I knew he was going to compare it to something that's incomparable to male genital mutilation. The reason why he says that is to compare it to female genital mutilation, which is a different thing. It's not the same thing. One of those is debilitating. The other is not.
Right. And I also want every one of my followers to inform him of that, right?
Okay, that's actually targeted harassment. That's a call to targeted harassment.
Say to him, hey, Shield for Men challenge you to a debate on circumcision. How about it? Right? Or everyone of...
I think these guys live in an alternate universe, honestly, because like they genuinely think that to other people, circumcision is like such a big deal, and with everything else that is fucking going on in the world, that we have the luxury of like dedicating hours of our time to debating it. No, we don't. It's like I don't have the luxury to debate the merits of fluoride in toothpaste either right now.
His followers who sees my video, right? Right? Go inform him of the debate challenge, right? Because he is someone who pretends or who postures that he's this debate master, right? Oh, everybody's afraid to debate me, right? He said that multiple times, like, oh, everyone is afraid to debate me.
You know, I think I'm allowed to put limits on what I will debate, like actual serious fucking topics, instead of you getting offended by circumcision is based, which I didn't post. But I will defend that because it is a fucking great tweet to respond to someone who fucking equated circumcision with Zionism. Come on.
Right. Well, I am someone who's willing to debate you.
Yeah, on a fucking joke topic. I don't want to debate people on things that I don't fucking care about, that are of no real consequence whatsoever. We can think about circumcision like when we're in your position, like a white man with no problems at all, who just has to invent problems for himself. When the entire world is in that position where we have the luxury of being like, okay, guys, it's finally time for us to focus on circumcision. Then sure, we can debate it. But until your country, you sound German, so I'm going to assume you're German. Maybe you're not. Either way, I'm going to pretend you are, and you don't get to respond. Ha 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 ha. So when your country like stops providing bombs to bomb Palestinian children, and then stops doing that everywhere else in the world as well, maybe I'll care as much as you pretend to about circumcision. But unfortunately, there are people in the world who have real problems beyond whatever like minor disadvantage circumcision might afford to them.
Circumcision. How about it? Right? Do you have the courage? Do you have the guts for that? And let me just make a prediction. He's probably not going to debate me.
Right? Whoa! Destroy!
Because he knows how this will go for him. Okay?
Yeah, I'm
actually very familiar with the literature on this topic.
The literature on this topic.
Both with the...
If you're familiar with the literature on like no one thinks that circumcision is good. What people do think is that it's just not that important. It's just not as big of a deal as you think it is. The literature isn't going to be able to prove that.
Medical literature, with the ethics, medical ethics.
If you are this obsessed
okay,
with circumcision, if you're this obsessed with losing a bit of your foreskin, I don't know. This comes from another place. This comes from hatred of women. This comes from the men's rights movement, which is what that is. The men's rights movement is just like, what? Feminists have a movement for their own rights? We're gonna make our own feminism, and we're gonna talk about how actually men are oppressed by women. So we're going to equate things that obviously aren't the same.
I'm very familiar with it. I'm also very familiar with what medical organizations say
You're very familiar with it? Are you? Are you really?
about circumcision, right? This is not something that that you can actually win BadEmpanada, right? Which is probably not why he's going to debate
I can't imagine having this reaction to like circumcision is based.
me, and also because
He's not actually going to say anything, is he? Like it's all one. How could you possibly talk about a free word tweet that says circumcision is based for 9 minutes? And it has, this video has chapters too: intro, debate, prediction, arrogance, conclusion. No, arrogance, prediction. I missed one. Prediction, status, arrogance, conclusion. Dude, it's a 7-minute long video of you ranting over like a grainy screenshot of a tweet. That's is obviously a joke, making fun of this guy equating Zionism with circumcision. Okay, let's move on to status. What has he got to say about status?
channel or whatever, right? And he's status chasing. He's only interested in status. So of course,
What?
yeah,
What this? Do you think that like being pro circumcision gets you Okay, these guys believe in like the feminist dick cutting conspiracy or something. What the hell, man?
there's nothing to really win from this. But nonetheless, if you actually care about issues,
I
right,
could win
you
a lot
pretend
from
that you
this.
care
Like, it
about-
would be fucking hilarious. Like, if I made a clip of like a debate with the title like "BadEmpanada debating circumcision," that would get like 100,000 views. It would be hilarious. My fans would fucking love that. I have like at least hundreds of dollars to gain from that. It just honestly, I don't care. Like, if I debate people, I want it to be about something that actually fucking matters, not circumcision. Like, circumcision matters to me about as much as your favorite chocolate bar, dude. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck.
issues, right? And you pretend that you care about children, right? But you made this statement here. So again, let's debate this, right? Let's debate,
Okay, what does he have to say about arrogance?
because people like BadEmpanada, who have this sort of arrogance,
He's like getting through like the 7 deadly sins here. We got prediction, status, arrogance, conclusion. Those are the new 7 deadly sins.
about them, and this steaming hypocrisy, right?
Why? How is it hypocrisy? Is blowing up babies in the hundreds, in the thousands, is that the same thing as circumcision? This guy thinks that circumcision is like murder. What the fuck, man?
These people, they need to be humbled sometimes. This is my belief. Like, if you surround yourself with people who only agree with you, right, like BadEmpanada does,
I don't surround myself with anyone. I hate everyone equally. Except Zionists and American imperialists.
and it's very clear his following, and these like left pseudo leftist breadtube Twitch streamer types, they always have like this sort of cult following behind them, right? Who only agree with them.
That's
right?
true.
And
I do.
who
I am
kiss
a
their
cult leader.
asses on every occasion, basically, right?
Yeah, I am a cult leader. That's
They never get any real pushback, right? And
True.
these people grow arrogant. They develop huge egos, okay? And sometimes they
yeah,
need to be
100% true. I need to be
Right,
humbled on
to
the
the bit.
topic of circumcision. That was awesome. I mean, BadEmpanada has just been debunked on debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. That's fucking amazing. Debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. Debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision. This reminds me of Keffels. Keffels once made a post on her Reddit, like asking for the docs of like a Twitter user who she was feuding with, and this is up there. Like this is up there with that as like the funniest titles I've ever seen for anything. She posted saying, "Law request, mommy big dick. Law request, mommy big dick. We need the law on mommy big dick immediately. She seems like a prototypical lolcow. I'm in a Twitter spat with a username mommy big dick. Does anyone have any dirt on mommy big dick?" I don't think this is as good as that, but debate challenge to BadEmpanada on circumcision is almost as good as a title as law request mommy big dick. It's definitely like a close second.